Today we like to look at plane geometry, and that is angles. Now the first thing we want to look at is the sum of angles on a straight line at a point. So if you have, let's suppose that we have a straight line, and at this particular point, if we have, this is A, the angle here is B, and then the angle here is C. Now we are saying that the sum of angles on a straight line at a point is equal to 180 degrees. So all that we are saying is that A degrees plus B degrees plus C degrees is equal to 180. And all that we are saying is the sum of angles on a straight line at a point is 180 degrees. Let's consider some examples for better understanding. Now let's consider the following examples. The first one, find the value of x in the following. Question 1. This is a straight line, we have x and then 54 degrees. Now we know that the sum of angles on the straight line add up to 180 degrees. So the first one, x plus 54 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles on the straight line add up to 180. Clearly we have our x to be equal to 180 degrees minus 54 degrees. And then our x is just 126 degrees. That is so easy. Now let's see the second one. Now sum of angles on the straight line add up to 180. So we can say that 40 degrees plus x plus 70 degrees, and this is equal to 180 degrees. Here we have three angles, 1, 2, 3. In this case, the first one only two angles, but then the second one three angles. So add all equal to that. Now, what is 40 plus 70? 40 plus 70 is 110 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Clearly, x is equal to 180 degrees minus 110 degrees. And 180 degrees minus 110 degrees, this is just 70 degrees. That's so easy. Now let's see the third one. Now the third one, we know that this is right angle. This right angle, the angle over here is 90 degrees. Now we have 63 and then x. So that is x degrees plus 63 degrees plus 90 equal to 180 degrees. Now what is 63 plus 90? 63 plus 90 is 153 degrees equal to 180. Now what is our x? Our x is 180 degrees minus 153 degrees. We have to group like terms over here. Now what is 180 minus 153? 180 minus 153, this is just 27 degrees. Now let's consider the following examples. The first one says you find the value of x. Now we know that the sum of angles on a straight line at a point is equal to 180 degrees. Hence, the first one, we have x plus 2x plus 3x minus 12. This is equal to 180 degrees. Why? The sum of angles at a point is equal to 180 degrees. Now let's see x plus 2x plus 3x. This is giving us 6x minus 12 equal to 180 degrees. Now we have to group like terms. So we have 6x equal to 180 degrees plus 12 degrees. Now let's see 180 plus 12. This is giving us, that is 192 degrees. We want to find x, so we divide both sides by what is multiplying the x, which is 6. So we have 6x all over 6 equal to 192 all over 6. This is cancelling out that. Now how many times will 6 go into 19? 6 will go into 19 3 times. 3. Remember 1. We have to add a 1 to, that will be 10 to 2, that's 12. 6 will go into 12, that is 2 times. Hence, our x is 32 degrees. Now let's consider the second question. The second question is a past question, which is BEC 2020. Now we have this straight line. We are being told not drawn to scale. So x degrees plus y degrees plus z degrees is equal to 180. Why? Sum of angles on the straight line is equal to 180. Now the question is that in the diagram, x, y, and z are angles on the straight line. If x degrees is to z degrees is equal to 2 is to 3, and y is equal to 80, we should find the value of x. Now what do we know? Sum of angles on a straight line at a point is equal to 180 degrees. So basically x degrees plus y degrees plus z degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now what were we given? We are being told that x degrees is to z degrees. This is equal to 2 is to 3. And this is just the same as x degrees over z degrees. This is the same as 2 all over 3. Now the question says we should find x. And because we want to find x, it is better we rather make z the subject and put it in the main equation. So clearly, let's cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, we are going to get 3x degrees equal to 2z degrees. Hence, z is equal to, that is 3 over 2x degrees. Why? We want to make z the subject. What is multiplying it? That is 2. So we divide it by 2. Now, what again were we given? We're also given that y is 2. We're given that y is 80. We're given that y is equal to 80. Y equal to 2. Of course, now, we substitute it into the main equation. So we have x degrees plus y degrees. What's y? 80 degrees plus z. What is z? 3 over 2x degrees equal to 180 degrees. Now let's group like 10. This can go to this side. So we have x degrees plus 3 over 2x degrees equal to 180 degrees minus 80 degrees. Now clearly from here we have that is x degrees plus 3 over 2x degrees equal to 100 degrees. 180 minus 80, that is 100 degrees. Now from here, what is the LCM? LCM is 2, so we multiply both sides by each term by 2. So we have 2x degrees plus 2 times 3 over 2x degrees equal to 2 times 1, that is 100 degrees. Now this 2 will cancel that 2, so we have 2x degrees plus 3x degrees equal to 200 degrees. Now what is 2x plus 3x? We have 5x degrees equal to 200. We want to find x, so we divide both sides by what is multiplying it, which is 5. So 5x degrees all over 5 equal to 200 all over 5. Now how many times would 5 go into 200? That is 40. So we have our x. This 5 is cancelling out that 5. 5 will go into 20, that is 4. 5 will go into 0, that is 0. So we have 40 degrees. So we have our x to be equal to 40 degrees. This is very, very trivial. Let's consider more examples. Now the next one we'd like to look at is vertically opposite angles. And vertically opposite angles are equal. Now, if we have two straight lines, so let's say we have one straight line, another straight line. Let's call this AC, and let's call this BZ. Now, these are two straight lines. So the angle, and this is meeting at this particular point. Now, opposite angles are equal. So the angle over here is the same as the angle over there. Now, let's call this P. Let's call this M, let's call this Q, and then let's call this V. So opposite angles are equal. So all that we are saying is that P is equal to M, and then V is equal to Q. So we say opposite angles are equal. So we vertically opposite angles. When two straight lines are meeting at a point, the angles formed at opposite sides are equal. So the angle here is equal to the angle over there. Now let's note, if we have this straight line here, and then this one, probably there is a line going through it. Note that all the angle over here, because this is a straight line, this is also a straight line, all the angle over here is equal to the angle over there. So if this is A and then the angle here is B, and let's suppose that the whole angle here is C, then all that we need to know is that our A plus B is equal to C. From where? Vertically opposite angles. So the whole of the angle here is equal to the angle over there. Now let's consider examples for better understanding. Now let's consider the following examples. Now find the values of the letters in the following diagrams. Now let's see question 1. Now this is a straight line, this is also a straight line. So the angle over here is vertically opposite to the angle over here. So with the first one, we have, that is 4m minus 15 equal to m plus 75 degrees. Now what do? We group like terms. So we have 4m minus m equal to 75 degrees plus 15 degrees. Why plus? This negative crossing becoming positive. This is positive crossing becoming negative. 4m minus m. From our idea of algebra, this is just, that is 3m. And then 75 degrees plus 15 degrees, this is just 90 degrees. Now I want to find m, so we divide both sides by 3. So 3m all over 3 equal to 90 degrees all over 3. So this is cancelling out that 3 will go 1, 3 will go into 90, that is 30. So we have our m to be equal to 30 degrees. Now let's see the second one. So the second one, to the same thing, vertically opposite angles are equal. So the angle here is vertically opposite to the angle over there. So we have 7x minus 20 equal to 2x plus 80. From a group like terms, so you have 7x minus 2x equal to 80 degrees plus 20 degrees. 7x minus 2x, this is just 5x. 80 plus 20, this is just 100 degrees. We want to find x. How many times will s go into 100? That is, how many times will 5 go into 100? That is 20 times. So x is equal to 20 degrees. Now let's consider the third one. Now there's a straight line. This is also another straight line. Okay, if this is AB and then this is CD. Now so AB and CD are straight line intersecting. So clearly what can we see? Q degrees is equal to 125 degrees. Why? Opposite angles are equal. Now on the line CD, 125 plus r degrees is equal to 180. Sum of angles on a straight line. So you have r degrees plus 125 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles on a straight line. Clearly our r degrees equal to 180 degrees minus 125 degrees. So our r is just 55 degrees. 180 minus 125 degrees. Now P and R are also vertically opposite. So our P degrees is the same as what R degrees. Why? Vertically opposite degrees. And this is just 55 degrees. Now let's consider our fourth question. Okay, let's name this probably, if this is M, N, and then this is P, Q. Now, so PQ and MN are straight lines. Now, hence, because they are straight lines, we can conclude that the angle over here is vertically opposite to the angle over there. So over here we are saying that x degrees plus 40 degrees equal to 62 degrees. So our x is equal to 62 degrees minus 40 degrees. So x is equal to 22 degrees. This is very, very trivial. The sum of angles at a point is equal to 180 the sum of angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. The sum of angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. We learned earlier that the sum of angles on a straight line at a point, that one is equal to what? 180 degrees. But in this case, we are saying that the sum of angles at a point, the straight line is not there, at a point is equal to 360 degrees. So let's suppose that we have this diagram. Let's suppose this is our A, B, and C. Now, what are we saying? All that we are saying is that A degrees plus B degrees plus C degrees, this is equal to 360 degrees. The sum of angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. So this is the point over here. So the sum of angles all around it, this is equal to 360 degrees. Let's consider the following examples for better understanding. Now let's consider the following example. Find the values of the letters marked in the following diagram. So there's a diagram. So which principle are we going to use over here? The sum of angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. So the first one, what are the angles at the point? That is x degrees, 60 degrees. So we have 60 degrees plus x degrees plus x degrees, and this is just 300 and equal to 60 degrees. Now we have 60 degrees, x plus x degrees, that is 2x degrees equal to 360 degrees. So we have 2x degrees equal to 360 degrees minus 60 degrees. We are grouping like firm. This is just a linear equation. If you've forgotten, kindly visit my page for more tutorials on for a revision on linear equations. Now we have 2x degrees equal to 360 minus 60, that is 300 degrees. We want to find x, so we divide both sides by 2. So this is cancelling out that. Now how many times would 2 go into 300? That is 150 degrees. So x is equal to 150 degrees. This is very, very trivial. Now let's consider the second question. So angles at this point, what are the angles? That is x plus 10 degrees, 4x minus 30 degrees, 2x plus 30 degrees. Now this is a BEC past question. So here, sum of angles at a point is equal to 1, that is equal to 360 degrees. Sum of angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. So we have x plus 10 degrees plus 4x minus 30 degrees plus 2x plus 30 degrees equal to 360 degrees. Now let's group the terms. We have x, 4x, 2x. So we have x plus 4x plus 2x. We have plus 10 minus 30 degrees plus 30 degrees equal to 360 degrees. Now let's see x plus 4x, that is 5x plus 2x. This will give us, that is 7x. Now negative 30 and positive 30 will cancel out. So plus 10 equal to 360 degrees. Now we want to find x. What do? We group like 10. This has to come to the right hand side. So you have 7x equal to 360 degrees minus 10 degrees. 7x. Now 360 minus 10, this is just 350 degrees. We want to find x. We divide both sides by what is multiplying the x, which is 7. 350 all over 7. This is cancelling out that 7 going 1, 7 going to 35, 5, 7 going to 0, that is 0 times. So you have our x to be equal to 50 degrees. This is very, very trivial. Now let's consider the third question. So we know sum of angles at a point is equal to 360. So you have to add all, we equate to 360. So we have x plus 10, that's the first one. Second one, we have plus 2x. Third one, we have 3x. We have 20 here. Make sure that we add everything. plus 4x. 4x plus 50, and this is equal to 360 degrees. Now let's group. We have x, we have 2x plus 3x plus 4x. Now let's see, the other one, you have 10 plus 20 plus 50, and this is equal to 360 degrees. Now x plus 2x, that's 3x. 3x plus 3x, that is 6x. 6x plus 4x, this will give us, that is 10x. Now 10 plus 20, that is 30. 30 plus 50, that is 80. Equal to 360 degrees. We want to find x, we group like this. We have 10x equal to 360 degrees minus 80 degrees. Now 10x, what is 360 degrees minus 80 degrees? 360 degrees minus 80 degrees, this is equal to 280 degrees. 280 degrees. We want to find x, we divide both sides by what is multiplying the x, which is 10. Now, what can we see? This 0 is cancelling out the 0 over here. This 10 is cancelling out that. So our x is equal to 28 degrees. Now let's consider the fourth question. So the angle over here is 90 degrees and then it's at a point. So we can add all the angles, we equate to 360 degrees. So the angle here is 90, so you have 90 degrees. Now what's the angle here? That is 2.2x. What's the angle here? 1.8x. What's the angle here? The angle there is x, and this is equal to, that is 360 degrees. Now let's see. So you have our 90 degrees, 2.2 plus 1.8, this is 4 plus 1, so we have 5x equal to 360 degrees. Want to find x, so we group like that. 5x equal to 360 degrees minus 90 degrees. Now what is 360 degrees minus 90 degrees? And this is giving us 270 degrees. 5x. We want to find x, so we divide both sides by what is multiplying the x, which is 5. Now how many times will 5 go into 27? That will be 5 times 5, 5, 25. What is remaining? 2, so that will be 20. 5 will go into 20, that is 4. So we have our x to be equal to 54 degrees. I believe you enjoyed the lessons. So easy. We would like to look at triangles now. Now what is a triangle? A triangle is a plane figure bounded by 3 straight lines. A triangle is a plane figure bounded by 3 straight lines. Now let's consider types of triangle. Now the first one is, we want to consider equilateral triangle. Now in the equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. So this side is the same as that side, and is the same as the third side as well. Now all the angles are 60 degrees. With equilateral, all the angles are 60 degrees. Now the next one we want to look at is isosceles. Isosceles triangle. With isosceles, 2 sides are equal. So this side and that side are equal, 2 sides. And the angle over here, the base angles too are equal. So if the angle here is x, then the angle here too must be x. Now we can have this diagram, and we can also have a different diagram like this. Now it can be that this angle, this side and that side are equal. And if this side and that side are equal, then the angle over here is the same as what? The angle over here. So if this angle is m, then the angle over here too is m. So 2 sides are equal, the base angles must also be equal. Now let's see the third one. We call it scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. Now with scalene, none of the sides are equal. So with this, all the sides are of different length. So the side here is different from the side here, which is also different from the side over there. Now the angles too, if this angle, let's suppose that this angle is M, the angle here will be N, and then the angle here will be, let's say, P. So all the three sides are different, all the angles too are different. Now let's also consider the fourth one. We call it right angle triangle. Now with that, one of the angles must be 90 degrees. So the angle here must be 90, one of them must be 90 degrees. And here, the sides might be or may be either equal or different. But then one thing we have to notice that with that, the angle here must be 90 degrees. Now let's consider some examples for better understanding. Now I would like to look at angles property of a triangle. Now the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So if we have a triangle, the sum of angles, so if this is A, the angle here is B, and then the angle here is C, then all that you are seeing that A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. So sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Let's consider some examples for better understanding. Now let's consider the following examples. The first one, find the value of x, y in the following diagrams. One, we have x 80 degrees, 70 degrees. Now this is a triangle, and sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Hence, the first one, the angle x plus 80 degrees plus 70 degrees, this is equal to what? 180 degrees. Now we have x. What is 80 plus 70? That is 150. Equal to 180 degrees. If you want to find our x, group like terms to 180 degrees minus 150 degrees, and then our x is equal to 30 degrees. Now let's see the second one. So the second one, we have a triangle. Sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180 degrees. So we have 15 degrees plus 130 degrees plus x degrees equal to 180 degrees. Now 15 plus 130, this is 145 degrees plus x degrees equal to 180 degrees. So x is equal to 180 degrees minus 145 degrees. And what is 180 minus 145 degrees? That is 35 degrees. Now let's see the third question. So you have x degrees here, 42 degrees here. Now the angle here is vertically opposite to the angle here because this is a straight line, this is a straight line. So vertically opposite angle. So clearly this side becomes 60 degrees. Sum of angles in the triangle is equal to what? 180. So you can say that x degrees plus 60 degrees plus 42 degrees equal to 180. Sum of angles in a triangle. Now we have x degrees 60 plus 42. This giving us that is 102 degrees equal to 180 degrees. We want to find x degrees. So you have 180 degrees minus 102 degrees. And this is just equal 180 minus 102. This is giving us that is 78 degrees. So that's question number 3. Now let's see question number 4. Question number 4, we can see isosceles triangle. The base angles are equal. Now what can we see here? This is a straight line. This is a straight line. So angles on the sum of angles on the straight line at a point equal to 180 degrees. So what can we say? We can say that 126 degrees plus x degrees equal to 180 degrees. Why? Sum of angles on a straight line equal to that. Now, from here, what is our x? We have our x degrees equal to 180 degrees minus 126 degrees. Now, x degrees, what is 180 minus 126? And this is giving us, that is 54 degrees. Now, if this is 54 degrees, hence the angle here also will be what? 54. And sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So you can say that y degrees plus, that is x degrees plus x degrees equal to 180 degrees. If this is x, this is what? X. Now, we know x. What is x? 54 degrees plus 54 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Y degrees, now 54 plus 54, that is 108 degrees equal to 180 degrees. So our y degrees equal to 180 degrees minus 108 degrees. Clearly our y degrees equal to 72 degrees. And this is very, very easy. So y degree equal to 180 minus 108. 180 minus 108, this is just 72 degrees. Now let's consider the following past questions. The first one. Now let's redraw. So we have a triangle. Now the exterior angle over here is giving us 4x degrees. Now the angle over here is also 3x degrees. That is 107 degrees. Now we know we have a triangle, and if we can know the sum of the interior angles, we know this is equal to what? 180. So let's suppose that this is A and then this is also B. Now this is a straight line. Sum of angles on the straight line at a point is equal to 180. So our A plus 4x degrees equal to 180. Clearly our A is 180 degrees minus 4x degrees. Now similarly this side too, B plus 3x degrees equal to 180 degrees, and this implies that B is equal to 180 degrees minus 3x degrees. Hence, now let's see. So we know the angle here, we know the angle here. Now sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180. So A plus B plus 107 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Now what is the A? Our A is 180 degrees minus 4x degrees. What is our B? What is our B? Our B is also 180 degrees minus 3x degrees plus 107 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Now let's group like terms. So we have negative 4x minus 3x. Let's take everything to this side. So we have 180 degrees minus 180 degrees minus 180 degrees. This is also going minus 107 degrees. Clearly, what can we see? This and that is cancelling out. So we have negative 4x minus 3x, and then we have negative 180 degrees minus 107 degrees. Now, negative 180 minus 107, this is 287. So we have negative 7x equal to negative 287 degrees. Now, we want to find x. So we divide by what is multiplying the x. So clearly, negative 7x over negative 7 equal to negative 287 all over negative 7. Now this is cancelling out that. Now, this is cancelling out this. How many times does 7 go into 28? That is 4. 7 go into 7, that is 1. So you have our x to be equal to 41 degrees. I believe you enjoyed it. This is something that is very, very easy. Now let's consider the second one. This is a past question, BEC 2015. Question number 3b. Now this is the diagram we have, and then the first one says that we should find the value of x, and we know x is somewhere here. Now we can see we have, that is triangle ABC. This is an isosceles triangle, so the base of the angle here is the same as the angle over there. Now let's redraw this over here. Now this side is equal to that side. This is 50 degrees. Now we have B here, A, D, and then C. This is 7x minus 25 degrees. Now, because there's x here, I shouldn't put x and x in it. I can put any other variable, but not x. So here, let's suppose that I can put y here. If this is y, and then the angle here too is y. Now, sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180. So I can say that y plus y degrees plus 50 degrees equal to 180. Now 2y equal to 180 minus 50 degrees. Y plus y, that's 2y. And then this will go here, so 180 minus 50. Now what do you have? So we have our 2y equal to 130 degrees. Therefore, we have our 2y over 2 equal to 130 all over 2. And this is giving us 65 degrees. So our y is 65 degrees. That's the value of y. Now, we have a straight line over here. Now, so sum of angles on the straight line equal to 180. So 65 plus 7x minus y. So that is y plus 7x minus 25 equal to 180 degrees. Y, sum of angles on the straight line equal to 180 degrees. What is y? Y is 65. So you have 65 plus 7x minus 25 degrees equal to 180 degrees. So 65 minus 25, this is 65 minus 25, this is 40 degrees plus 7x equal to 180 degrees. Now our 7x equal to 180 degrees minus 40 degrees. 7x, now what is 180 degrees minus 40? This is 140 degrees. I want to find x, so we divide both sides by 7. So this is cancelling out that. Now 7 will go here 1, 7 will go into 14, that is 2, 7 will go into 0, that is 0. So we have our x to be equal to 20 degrees. So our x is equal to 20 degrees. Now the second one says you find DAC. We want to find DAC. You want to find the angle over here. Now the second one says you find DAC. Now what is the angle at D? The angle at D is 30 degrees. So when you consider that this triangle ACD, sum of angles, and it should be equal to 180 degrees. That is 7x minus 25 degrees plus 30 degrees plus the angle that we are looking for, DAC. This is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles in a triangle equals 180. Now what is x? We have x to be 20. Now 7 times 20, that is 140. Now minus 25 plus 30 plus DAC equals 180 degrees. Now negative 25 plus 30, that is 5 plus that. So this will be 145 plus DAC equals to 180 degrees. Now angle DAC equal to 180 degrees minus 145 degrees. Now what is 180 degrees minus 145? And this is just 35 degrees. So that is the second one. That's the second one. So I. Now let's see the third one. Since we find BAD. We want to find BAD. Now DAC here, we had it to be 35 degrees. So the third one, angle BAD. Angle BAD. What's the angle here? 50 plus 35. So that is 50 plus 35. And that's just 85 degrees. I would like to consider the next property. Now the next property says that the sum of the opposite interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. Let me take it again. The sum of the opposite two interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So over here in this diagram, A and B is the opposite interior angles, and then E is the exterior angle. So all that we are saying is that A plus B equal to E. Please, this property is so important. It makes things so easier. The sum of the opposite interior angles is equal to what? The exterior angle. The sum of the opposite two interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So we are saying that angle A plus angle B is equal to E. Let's consider some examples for better understanding. Now let's consider this example. Find the values of the letters marked in the following diagram. The first one, we can see, okay, with interior angles, we have an exterior angle. Now what do we know? The sum of the two opposite interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So with the first one, just 50 degrees plus 60 degrees equal to what? X degrees. Hence, our X is just 110 degrees. Why? The angle here plus this angle equal to that. So our X is that. Now let's see the second one. Now let's see, we have two opposite interior angles. We have the exterior angle. So this plus is equal to what? 160 degrees from the property. So you can say R plus 70 degrees equal to 160 degrees. Now we have our R to be equal to 160 degrees minus 70 degrees. Our R will be equal to what? That is 90 degrees. Now let's see, also we have straight line over here. Sum of angles on the straight line equal to what? 180. So you can say R plus S equal to 180 degrees. Our R is 90, so we have 90 degrees plus X equal to 180 degrees. S equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees. Our X is, that is 90 degrees. Why 180 minus 90? This is what? 90 degrees. Remember, all this are not drawn to scale. Now let's see the third one. Now what type of triangle is this? This is isosceles triangle. So the angle here will be the same as the angle here. So if this angle is K, then also this side also must be equal to K. So this is opposite interior angle. So this plus is equal to what? That is the 62 degrees. So you can say that K plus K equal to 62 degrees. The sum of the opposite two interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. Now what do you have here? 2K equal to 62 degrees from idea of algebra. Now I want to find K, so we divide both sides by what is multiplying it. This is cancelling out that 2 go here, 1, 2 go here. That is 31, so you have our K to be equal to 31 degrees. Now let's see question number 4. Now this is the exterior angle, and this is the opposite interior angles. So the sum of the two opposite interior angles is equal to what? The exterior angle. So our K degrees plus 4K degrees equal to 3K degrees plus 54 degrees. Now K degrees plus 4K degrees, that is 5K degrees equal to 3K degrees plus 54 degrees. Now this has to come here, so we have 5K degrees minus 3K degrees equal to 54 degrees. Now 5K minus 3K, from idea of algebra, that's just 2K degrees equal to 54 degrees. We want to find K, we divide both sides by 2. So 2K degrees all over 2, 54 degrees all over 2. This is cancelling out that 2 go here 1, 2 will go into 5, that is 2 times 14, 7. So that is 27. Hence our K degrees is equal to 27 degrees. Now let's consider this past question. This is 2011 question number 4b. Now find the value of x and w in the diagram below if AB, that is AB, is the same as BC. So what type of triangle is this? This is an isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal. Now let's redraw it. Now answer book. So we have here to be A, this is W. Now the angle here is x degrees. The angle here is 134 degrees. Now this side is equal to that side. So this is our C. We want to find the value of x and y. And because this is an isosceles triangle, if this is x, this is also what? X degrees. Now how can we find x? We can say this is exterior angle, this is the opposite interior angle, and this is the exterior angle. So this is the opposite interior angle, this is the exterior angle. So clearly x plus x equal to 134 degrees. Now x plus x, this is 2x equal to 134 degrees. I want to find x. I'll divide both sides by what is multiplying the x, 134 degrees all over 2. Now 2 will go into 13, that is 6. 1, 14, 2 will go into 14, that is 7. So we have our x to be equal to 67 degrees. So this is 67, this is w. Now, angles on a straight line add up to 180. So x plus w, this is equal to what? 180 degrees. What is our x? That is 67 degrees plus w equal to 180 degrees. Hence our w equal to what? 180 minus 67 degrees. And 180 minus 67, that's 113 degrees. So we have been able to find our answers for the x and then w. Now let's consider the past question. We have been told that the diagram is a triangle ABC with side AC produced to D. The IC you find the value of x. Now this is the opposite interior angles, and then we have here to be the exterior angle. So clearly, how can we find it? The sum of the opposite interior angle is equal to the exterior angle. So the angle here plus the angle here equal to the exterior angle over there. So our x plus 17 plus 2x plus 7. This is equal to 9x. Now x plus x, this is giving us 3x. 17 plus 7, this is giving us, that is 24, equal to 9x. We want to find x, so this 3x has to move to that side. So you have 24 equal to 9x minus 3x. So we have 24 equal to 9x minus 3x. This is equal to what? 6x. So first we find x, 24 over 6 equals 6x all over 6. This is cancelling out. 6 is going to 1, 6 is going to 24, that's 4. So we have x to be equal to what? 4 degrees. So that is the value of x, the first one. Now the second one we should find ACD. That is ACB, the angle ACB. Now let's see, we want to find angle ACB. Now this is a straight line. So the second one, what can we say? Angle ACB plus the 9x equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles on a straight line. X is 4. So we have our ACB plus 9 times 4 equal to 180 degrees. Now our ACB is equal to 9 times 4 is what? 36. So 180 minus 36 degrees. Now what is 180 minus 36 degrees? This is just 144 degrees. That is our ACB. And this is very, very easy. So that property is so important. The sum of the two opposite interior angles is equal to what? The exterior angle. Now let's consider this example. This is a past question. Now we want to find y. Now what can we see? You see, with this, y plus 86, this is equal to what? 2y. Why are we using that principle? The sum of the opposite two interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So you can say that y plus 86 degrees equal to 2y. Now this has to go here. So you have 86 degrees equal to 2y minus y. Now, what is 2y minus y? 2y minus y is y. So y is equal to what? 86 degrees. Now the next one is we want to find y plus t. Now sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180 degrees. So you can say y plus t plus 86 degrees equal to what? 180 degrees. Why? Sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180 degrees. So our y plus t equal to 180 degrees minus 86 degrees. Now what is 180 degrees minus 86? And this is just 94. So our y plus t equal to 94 degrees. So this is I, and then this is I. That is very easy. So the principle, the sum of the two opposite interior angles equal to what? The exterior angle. Today we'd like to consider angles formed within parallel lines. Now let's see if MN is parallel to PQ. Now we call this line, that's the line that is passing through these two parallel lines, that is a transversal. And we have an angle here, angles within them. Now let's note the following. Now angle A is equal to what? Angle D. We have a straight line, another straight line, so it forms vertically opposite angles. So we say angle A is equal to D, and the reason vertically opposite angles are equal. Now angle A is equal to angle C. So A is equal to C. How do we call it? Corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are equal. Angle A is the same as angle C. Now also we say that B is equal to E, and then D is equal to C. So you say B is equal to E. The angle here, B, is equal to the angle E, and then we also say angle D is equal to C. How do we call it? It's having a special name, and that special name, we call it alternate angles. So alternate angles. That's how we call it. So alternate angles are equal. Now, what again? The angle here, that is, if you have two parallel lines, angle D plus angle E is equal to 180. So we say D plus E equal to 180 degrees. The same with B plus C. B plus C equal to 180 degrees. How do we call it? We call it co-interior angles. So the angle here is equal, plus the angle here equal to 180. This plus that equal to 180. Now we have a whole lot of questions for us to consider so that our understanding becomes very, very firm. Now let's consider this past question. This BEC 2007 question number 1B. Now we are going to do the diagram above. AC is parallel to DG. So A is parallel to DG. We have the transversal, that is BF, and then BE. Now the first one is we should find CBF. CBF. Now the angle here plus the angle here, that is, would form co-interior angles. So the angle here plus the angle equal to 180. So you say that CBF plus the angle here. What is the angle here? 118 degrees equal to 180 degrees. What's the reason? Co-interior angles add up to 180. So our CBF equal to 180 degrees minus 118 degrees. Now 180 degrees minus 118 degrees, this will give us, that is 62 degrees. That's our angle CBF. That's the first one. Now, second one says that we should find x. We should find x over here. Now, this is a transversal, and the angle all the way from here is the same as what the angle over here. So the angle here, that is ABF, is equal to BFG. Now, angle ABF is equal to BFG, and this is what alternate angles. Now, what is ABF? ABF is the same as 83 degrees plus x. What is BFG? BFG is 118 degrees. So clearly our x is what? 118 degrees minus 83 degrees. What is 118 degrees minus 83 degrees? This is just 35 degrees. Or if you can see that this one is alternating to that, we know the angle here to be equal to 35. We know the angle here, that is 62 degrees. Sum of angles on a straight line equal to 180. So that is 83 degrees plus x plus the angle over here, that is 62 degrees, equal to 180 degrees. Now 83 plus 62, this is 145 degrees, plus x equal to 180 degrees. So our x is equal to 180 degrees minus 145 degrees. Now what is 180 minus 145? 180 minus 145, that is 35 degrees. And this is very, very easy. Now let's consider this example, and this is BEC 2014. Question number 2B. Now in the diagram, AD is parallel to, that is EG. So AD parallel to EG. And then they've been given the angles. The first thing we should find CBF. CBF. Now, triangle BFC is isosceles triangle. Okay, now what can we see? The angle here is alternating to the angle over here. Now, so that is angle, that is CFG. CFG is the same as a CFG. Is the same as what FCB. Same as FCB, and this is equal to 40 degrees. Why? Alternate angles. That's the reason. Alternate angles. So this side is 40 degrees. Now, because BFC is isosceles, hence the base angles are the same. So if this 40, this also 40. Now, so since that is triangle BFC is isosceles triangle, now this implies that angle FBC, angle CBF, that is CBF, is equal to angle BCF. And this is 40 degrees. Therefore, what you are looking for, that is CBF, this is equal to 40 degrees. And the angle over here is 40 degrees. Now let's see the second one. The second one is from DCF. DCF. Now, this angle plus the angle here equal to 180, or sum of angles on the straight line equal to 180. Anyone that they want to find? So we have our DCF plus 40 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Either we use the co-interior or sum of angles on the straight line. Now, therefore, our DCF equal to 180 minus 40 degrees. Hence, our DCF is equal to 180 minus 40. This is 140 degrees. Now let's see the third one. The third one says that we should find x. Now let's see sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180. So you can say that that is 2x plus 40 equal to 180 degrees. So you have 2x, 40 plus 40, that is 80 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Now let's see, so you have 2x equal to, now 180 minus 80, 180 degrees minus 80 degrees. So you have our 2x to be equal to 100 degrees. We want to find x, we divide both sides by 2. So 2x all over 2 equal to 100 degrees all over 2. So this is cancelling that. X 100 divided by 2, this is just 50 degrees. And this is very, very easy and interesting. Now let's consider this past question. This BEC 2017, question number 6A. In the diagram, AB is parallel to CD. So AB is parallel to CD. We are being told to find IX and then II, that is Y. So this is where X is, we have 47 and then 108 also beneath it. Now let's see, because this CD is a straight line. This transversal to is a straight line. So what can we see? We have vertically opposite angles. The angle here is equal to the angle over there. So we can say that X is equal to what? 47 degrees plus 102 degrees. What's the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Now, what is 47 plus 102? Clearly, this is 149 degrees, vertically opposite angles. Now, let's see the second one. Let's see the second one. Now, let's see the angle here, Y, is vertically opposite to the angle over here. So this is the same, the Y is the same over here, and then I can say this plus this equal to 180. So Y plus X equal to 180 degrees. That is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles add up to 180. Now, what is my Y? What is my X? My X is 149 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Clearly, Y is 180 degrees minus 149 degrees. Now, what is 180 degrees minus 149? And this is just, that is 31 degrees. And this is very, very easy. Or you can see that the angle here is corresponding to the angle over there. Or this is alternating to this. Sum of angles on the straight line equal to 180. Or we have a straight line here. Sum of angles on it will be equal to 180. Any way you want to do it, you'll be able to get it. So this BEC 2017 question number 6A, very, very easy. Let's consider the next example. Now let's consider this past question. This BEC 2000 question number 2A. Now we are being told, so clearly PQ is parallel to RS, and then DB transversal, AB transversal, DC is also a transversal. Now let's replace the inner angles with variables. So let's suppose that the angle here, let's say this is X. Now, let's suppose that the angle here is Y. Now, let's suppose that, now, DBC is isosceles. This side is equal to that side. So let's suppose that the angle here is A. And if this A, this side too will be equal to A. Now, the first one we should find, the first one says we should find BDC. We want to find the angle over here. Now, let's see clearly, what can we see? If this is 65, this is also what? 65. So A is equal to 65 degrees, alternate angles. Now, if this is 65, hence this side would also be what? 65. So for us to find the angle over here, this 65, this 65. So 65 degrees plus 65 degrees plus the angle over here. Now let's suppose that the angle over there, let's suppose that it is P. Let's suppose the angle here is P. So plus P equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles in a triangle equal to that. Now what is 65 plus 65? this is 130 degrees plus P equal to 180 degrees. Hence our P is 180 degrees minus 130 degrees. Now what is 180 minus 130? Clearly 180 minus 130, this is 50 degrees. So we have our P to be equal to 50 degrees. What is the name of the P? That is BDC. So BDC, therefore BDC is equal to 50 degrees. Now let's see the second one. We want to find ABD. That is ABD. We want to find the angle over here, ABD. Now, this and this are alternating. So you can see that X is equal to 50 degrees. What's the main reason why they are alternating angles? So we want to find the angle over here because ABD. So ABD. Sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180 degrees. So we have X plus Y plus 65 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Now what is the X? 50 degrees. So we have 50 degrees plus Y plus 65 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Now what is 50 plus 65? This is 115 degrees plus Y equal to 180 degrees. So our Y equal to 180 degrees minus 115 degrees. Now what is 180 minus 115 degrees? And this is just, that is 65 degrees. Hence, what do we want? We want to find, that is ABD. The question says that ABD, therefore triangle ABD equal to 65 degrees. Now let's see the third one. The third one says we should find BAD. We want to find BAD. Well, BAD is the same as the X, so our BAD is the same as the 50 degrees, which is the alternate angles. Now, what is the fourth question that they've asked us? The fourth question, what type of triangle is triangle ABD? So ABD. Now, we had our Y. What is our Y? 65. So 65, 65. And the angle here is 50. Clearly, this side is the same as this side, so which is isosceles triangle. So that is isosceles. So that is isosceles triangle, while the base angles are equal. Now let's consider this example. We have been told that in the diagram above, AC is parallel to DG. So AC parallel to DG. Now angles have been given inside. We want to find BEF, BEF. Now let's redraw and then let's put variables in them. Let's suppose that this is A, this is B, C, D, and then F. Now the first one, I want to find BEF. I want to find BEF. So I want to find the angle over here. Now we know that the sum of two opposite interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So C plus 73 degrees equal to 155 degrees. So you have our C to be equal to 155 degrees minus 73 degrees. Why? Sum of the two opposite interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So 155 minus 73, this is just 82 degrees. Therefore, the first one, BEF equal to, that is 82 degrees. Now let's see the second one. BFE. We want to find the angle over here. Now, this is a straight line. Sum of angles on the straight line equal to 180. So what can we say? You can say D plus 155 equal to 180 degrees. Clearly, our D is equal to 180 degrees minus 155 degrees. And then 180 minus 155, this is just 25 degrees. So our D is equal to 25. So the angle over here is equal to 25 degrees. Hence, what is the name? We are going to define the BFE, which is 25 degrees. Now, what's the next one? We should find CBF. CBF. Where's our CBF? Now, well, this plus this equal to 180, or we can say that this is alternating to this. So the third one, we know F is equal to D, alternate angles. Now, what is D? So the D is 25, so that's what? 25 degrees. Therefore, our CBF, angle CBF is equal to 25 degrees. Now, what is the fourth one? ABE. 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 We want to find the angle over here. Now, A is alternating with C. So you know A is equal to C. Why? Alternate angles. So our A is equal to C. Now, what is our C? We had our C to be 82. So, hence, we know that our A is equal to C, which is equal to 82 degrees. Therefore, A is 82 degrees. Hence, our ABE is 82 degrees. That's the angle over there. ABE, that is 82 degrees. Now, the vein, what is the vein telling us? We should find BED, bed. 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 Now, what do we know? C plus D equal to 180 degrees. That's sum of angles on the straight line. So this angle plus that angle equal to 180 degrees. Now, what is C? We had our C to be 82. So we have 82 degrees plus D equal to 180 degrees. Clearly, our D will be what? 98 degrees. Because this will be 180 minus that. Hence our BED equal to 98 degrees. Now let's consider this nice example. It says in the diagram MN, that is MN, the N is here. MN is parallel to ST. And then MNR equal to 232 MNR, that is 230 degrees. And TSR is 76 degrees. Now, because this line is parallel to this, we can extend all the parallel lines. So the parallel lines here, we can extend it. So I've redrawn it here. So there's a parallel line. And because it's a parallel line, we can extend it. The short dashes because it is a parallel line. Now let me call here probably P. Now because I have extended this, so this I can extend this to. Hence, this is what that is P. You can say PS or RS is a transversal. And if it's a transversal, the angle here is corresponding to the angle over. So if this is 76, the angle here too is what? 76 degrees. Now, I know I'm having a triangle here. Now, this whole, sum of angles on a straight line at a point is 180. So from here all the way to this side, this is 180. So how do I get this angle? I know the angle all the way from here to here is 230. So it means that the angle over here, for me to find the angle over here, that will be what? 230 degrees minus 180 degrees. And this is just equal to 50 degrees. So the angle here is 50 degrees. What do I want? NRS. I want NRS. I want the angle over here. Now, sum of angles in a triangle equal to what? 180 degrees. So here we can say 50 degrees plus 70 degrees plus the NRS equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles in a triangle. Now, what is 50 plus 76, not 70, 76. 76, this is just 126 degrees plus angle NRS equal to 180 degrees. So we have our NRS equal to 180 degrees minus 126 degrees. Now let's see, 180 minus 120, that is 60. So 60 minus 6, that's 54. So the angle is 54 degrees. This is very, very easy. Now let's consider this nice example. This is not drawn to scale. In the diagram, ACE, that is ACE, is a triangle. CF is a straight line. So our CF is a straight line. BD is parallel to AE, BD is parallel to AE, and BC is equal to CG. BC is equal to CG. So this and that are equal. If BCG is 36 degrees, BCG is 36 degrees, and then BAF is I, BAF is I, GCD, J, JCD, J, and then DEF, DEF, that is 2J. We should find the values of I and J. Now let's redraw this. And let's consider the straight line in it. Now we are being told that BD is parallel to AA. So this is parallel to this. You know, this side is J. Now this is RC. This is equal to that. So you have here to be 36 degrees. You have here to be R, that's J. And then we have here to be I. This is 2J. Now this is F. So we want to find I and J. Now because BD is parallel to AF, the angle over here is corresponding to this side. So if this is I, this is IY, corresponding angles. You know, this is a transversal. So the angle here is equal to that. Now, because BCB is equal to CJ, it is an isosceles triangle. So if this is I, this is also I. We have the triangle over there, so we can say I plus I equal to 36. So we have an isosceles triangle. Sum of angles in it equal to 180 degrees. So I plus 36 degrees. This is equal to, that is 180 degrees. So we have 2I plus 36 degrees equal to 180 degrees. So our 2I equal to 180 degrees minus 36 degrees. So 2I, now 180 minus 36, this is giving us 144 degrees. We want to find J, I, so we divide by 2. So this is cancelling out. There's 2 go here, 1, 2 go here, 7, and then 4, that is 2. Hence our I is equal to 72 degrees. So we are done finding. Now I want to find, that is J. Now we want to find J. Let's consider triangle ACE. We want to consider ACE. Now the angle here, this is I. What's the angle here? We have 2J. What's the angle here? The whole of the angle here, that is 36 plus J equal to what? 180 degrees. Sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180 degrees. Now what is I? I is 72. So we have 72 degrees plus 2J plus 36 plus J equal to 180 degrees. Now what is 72 plus 36, and this is just 108 degrees, plus 2J plus J, that's 3J equal to 180 degrees. So this has to move to this side. So you have 3J J equal to 180 degrees minus 108 degrees. So 3J equal to 72 degrees. So our J will be equal to 72 degrees all over 3. Now, how many times will 3 go into, that is 7, that is 2 times 1, that's 12, and then 4. So we have our J to be 24 degrees. So our J is 24 degrees, and then our I is 72 degrees. This is very, very easy. I believe you enjoyed our tutorials. Make sure you subscribe. Now let's consider this example. We have been to the diagram PQ, that is PQ is parallel to RS. You should find the value of Z. Now, anytime you have a question like this, try and then draw a line through T which is parallel to the PQ and then the RS. So let me redraw it here. So you draw a line which is parallel to the PQ and then RS through T. So line parallel to that. So this short dash is a line parallel to this. Now let's call this A. Let's call this B. We want to find the angle over the Z. So this is the line which is parallel. Let me call this MT as a line parallel to that. Now clearly this, and because this is parallel, this angle here is alternating to that angle. So B is equal to 41 degrees. Why? It is alternating. Now, what about the 36 degrees and then A? Now, what is the question actually saying? From the question, it is rather 136. So the angle over here is 136 degrees. So this is 136 degrees. What can we say? Co-interior angles, that is A plus 136 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Why? Co-interior angle. So our A is just 180 degrees minus 136 degrees. And this is just, that is 44 degrees. So our angle Z is the same as A plus B. The angle Z is the same as A plus B. And what is our A? 44. What is our B? 41 degrees. 44 plus 41, this is just 85 degrees. And this brings us to the end of plane geometry. Make sure you solve a whole lot of questions on your own for better understanding. Don't forget to subscribe. Mathematics is not a spectator sport, so get active. Get a whole lot of questions and solve them. That will make you understand it very, very well.